I'm 17 and I've never been in love. You might be wondering, why am I going to be talking about different meanings and depictions of it? Well, that's because there is more to it than just the romantic side. We have lost that core recognition throughout the years in language. We know that parently love differs from friendly love, and that consequently differs from the feeling between lovers. See, that's something I quite admire about the ancient Greek. They had words for each and every type that they recognized. They had philia, the feeling of being part of a team; storge, family love; ludus, exciting love; mania, obsessive love; pragma, love that endures; philautia, self-love; agape, love of humanity; and eros, romantic or sexual. I think this brings more clarity to the already complicated topic of love, and why my claim "I've never been in love" is no longer true. In my life, I've loved family, friends, or even places. In my opinion, the feeling of love is the feeling of amazement filling your chest and making you feel like you're about to explode. But that's not how everyone views it. I specifically noticed that when I looked at how artists present it in books, movies, or paintings, more specifically how it all differs. Artists' depictions and presentations of it. Yeah. Yeah, why did the author feel the need to share this story with the world? How can we learn from it? And how did they do it? I will be giving you a few examples of love in arts because artists supposedly feel the strongest, or so I've heard. First of all, I would like to guide your attention to the 2018 movie Call Me By Your Name, directed by Luca Guadagnino and based on the book written by Andrea Assiman on the same title. It is a story about two boys in Italy in 1983, where the romance between Elio, a 17 trilingual, musically talented boy, develops between him and Oliver, who is working for his father during the summer. See, with presenting love in this movie, the key elements are the visuals, the soundtrack, and the acting. Those are the things that will determine whether or not the audience will believe the story, if it will have an impact on them, and if so, what will that impact be? So starting from the top, the movie uses very vibrant greens and blues, making advantage of the direct sunlight to emanate the carefree and warm atmosphere of a sunny Italian town. The directorial strategy to stick to one single frame during a scene is what makes it feel. It's what makes the moment. It's what freezes the moment in time and exemplifies the beauty. Although some people might consider that superficial. With the soundtrack, the director chose to use very simple and light music, taking advantage of guitar and piano with additional songs, pop songs characteristic and popular for the time period. That create a sense of nostalgia and peace, emphasizing the beauty on the screen. Although probably the most important part of that is the acting abilities of the cast, which undoubtedly have been some of the best seen the year of this movie's premiere. It even landed Timothée Chalamet an Oscar nomination for the Best Actor at the 90th Academy Awards. He embodied the character of Elio perfectly, from the awkward and elongated body movement, through the arrogant and sometimes smug look on his face, to the tears of heartbreak at the end. See, this movie uses a lot of unspoken dialogue, which is fitting for the passionate and awkward relationship between the boys. It's the movie. This relationship can be best summed up with one simple word: real, realistic. Sorry. Yes, this is most seen in the book, which is written from Elio's perspective. So a scene in the movie, in the book, is going to be, a short scene in the movie, in the book is going to be at least 20 pages. And that is due to the natural overthinking qualities of the boy. It makes us attached to the character and make us go through all those emotions along with him. However, there are those times where he makes strange or illogical decisions which make us annoyed or sometimes even disgusted. However, his unfiltered thoughts are what makes him human and what makes us believe in the story. Coming back to the Greek distinctions, the most fitting words when looking at this movie would be, first of all, eros, due to the sexual connection between the characters, but also mania, due to the jealousy and attachment which is formed along the progression of their story. However, we can also see at times ludus, the exciting, carefree, fun love, which further showcases the fluidity of love. And in my opinion, this is exactly why this movie was made and why so many people have been amazed by it. In contrast, another type of romance we can look at the John Green's novel *The Fault in Our Stars*. The most prominent love here being the one between Hazel Grace Lancaster and Augustus Waters. They are both dealing with their illnesses, which are the second most focal point aside from their relationship. They have a beautifully slow developed relationship, combining the elements of eros and ludus. I think that this love is as pure and as innocent as it is, partially due to the place both characters find themselves at. Their illnesses are as much a curse and a blessing. Because of their similar experiences when they first meet, they immediately have that connection for the similar blunt view of the world. They don't need to sugarcoat anything because they don't have time for that. They live in uncertainty, and that uncertainty of tomorrow is what ultimately brings them to a tough decision, to either prolong their survival or to live. So with the use of literary devices in this book, John Green tells a beautiful, heartbreaking story. And through that, he gives us a deep message about appreciating what you have until it is gone. Appreciating what you have until it is gone, because and he does so by the use of symbolism. The most prominent symbol being water, which represents Hazel's suffering. It is the liquid that fills her lungs, that limits her, and ultimately almost kills her. Despite that, it is also the surname of Augustus, pointing us in the direction that despite his passing, which made her feel like drowning, the time they spent together and how they allowed each other to grow is something that she does not regret. Nonetheless, this is not the only case of love in this book. We can also observe the relationship Hazel has with her parents. She mentions a lot that she feels like a grenade, that when she eventually dies, she's going to harm everyone around her. Her parents try to be a good support system for her, but they struggle to accept the inevitable. Despite that, when she chooses to go to Amsterdam and later be with Gus, they allow her to do so and express their love for her and assure her of their feelings. So, connecting to that theme of love, I would also like to talk about the 2019 Oscar-awarded short animation called Hair Love. It's a story about a man who must do his daughter's hair for the first time, and through that simple act of doing her hair, he expresses his love for her, and through that, and later on, they communicate that love to their mother and wife, who is at the hospital due to cancer. And it is only at the end when we realize the sheer importance of this event that she was not just watching and following a YouTube tutorial on how to do her hair. She was following her mother's tutorial from before her illness. This animation explores the themes of communication, love language, and longing, all through the perspective of pragma, familiar love. The love that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel secure and safe. And it's all seen within the characters' facial expressions and their movements. However, moreover, this is not the only love scene here. We can also see philautia, which is self-love, the love of loving yourself exactly as you are. And the father struggles to tend to her natural hair, which is also a metaphor for how black girls have to struggle and go the extra mile to find the right products and ways to do their hair. Though later on they do try a more positive and patient approach and realize the love and gentleness that comes alongside. So, what can love in arts present? The answer is quite literally anything. From the passionate, but at times unhealthy and toxic relationships, to the picture-perfect love stories with a tragic ending, to the unconditional familiar love, and a whole lot more. It's extremely important to look at love in arts because despite us we're probably not going to experience all the possible combinations or ways love can occur as, but we can still learn about it, we can look at it, and hopefully we can allow it to move us and allow it to grow, to make us grow emotionally as a person. Thank you.